All right. Right.
To explain to you. The first thing is I met a guy yesterday. This guy is doing a master's in Cape Town, in computer science. So this guy had done computer science as a degree at NAST, right? And then he applied for data science at UCT. And this guy was rejected for data science, right? And then now this guy is borrowing some courses that are being done by data science students, and those courses are more statistical, right, and more mathematical. So all I want to explain to you guys is data science is not all about programming. Get me right there. It's not all about what? Programming. You may know Python, you may know R, you may know SAS, whichever package of programming you may know it, right? But what is very key about data science is to be able to match the two, right? You have to know the methodology, right? Based on the research question or the organization, what they require, right? You need to know the methodology that you're going to use to analyze your data, right? Then you should be able to use the software appropriately. So this guy now needs the help of some statistics courses. So don't have a negative attitude towards the courses of mathematics and statistics. If you are doing them, they will help you. For example, right now in the other course, the statistics course, right, you are doing regression, right? So regression is the beginning of dealing with models, right? You
Yes.
can't rush to look at naive Bayes model, right, or decision trees, right, without understanding what the regression models. So all I'm saying is there's some background that you need. There was somebody who was asking me about a section, a course called generalized linear models, right? Yes, I know there are the challenge with if you go online, they give you almost everything, and then you think I have right now as a data science student, I have to do this, I have to do that, I have to do that. No, you need to create some building blocks, right? So that you get to that level, right? You may realize they talk about artificial intelligence, they talk about data mining, they talk about machine learning. But for you to get there, right, there are some fundamentals you need to understand. I think I sent you a tweet that was I sent you a Twitter that was sent by somebody. I think was it last month or last month, but one where the guy was saying if you don't have a foundation in mathematics and statistics as a data scientist, you may be easily replaced. What does it mean? You only know programming, you only know Python, you know R, SAS, but you don't know the methodology behind that. So be serious with the courses that are offered. They are helping you. They're a stepping stone to where you go. You realize later that regression on its own, the fundamental of regression, it's very important. So the course that you're going to be doing on regression and ANOVA is very important for your bridging, for you to advance in data science, machine learning, data mining, artificial intelligence. So that's the first thing that I have to say. Now, the second thing that I need to say is, I think I've touched about it, is that don't rush to get to a higher level without knowing the basics. Somebody right now wants to do artificial intelligence. It's not a bad ambition, but you get there and realize there's something that is missing in between. And it may seem so difficult for you to get there. It may seem so difficult for you to get there. So it's very important for you to understand the foundation that you're laying. So any questions concerning that? Any questions concerning the program or the course before I talk about the course content? I may not see anyone's hand here. You can unmute him. You ask a question.
Okay, thank you, sir. You talked on the issue of mathematics being a key for our program. This semester, takazonzi drop a mathematics discourse.
Oh, I can't hear you.
Is an option we can. I was asking on the issue mathematics. Semester tatanzi since my courses yedanga wanda to drop a mathematics discourse. So that down your advice kuti can we edit per optional registration yedu kana kuti hainayo basa still.
No, all I'm saying to you is there are some courses that are significant for your program, right? So when you realize when they don't give you the courses, right, it's not that much relevant to your program. But the courses that have been given, they are very relevant.
Okay, thank you, sir.
Any other question? And the other thing that I need to say probably for introduction to data science, the course that we did last semester, I think I mentioned something about the coursework, right? And I said probably your coursework will be 50%, your exam will be 50%. I think there are some changes that will happen on IMAR. So I will notify you after changing that. So exam will be 50% and coursework will be what? 50%. I think I told you and I emphasized that you need to be serious with your coursework in case you don't take it seriously and you think probably exam is the one more important than that. Both now they're important. They share the same percentage. Now let me ask you about your skills that you've gained from Python. How strong are you with Python now? How strong are you guys in with Python now? Hello?
It seems very sorry say okay in personal last time pataketa Python chinyanango gain it is the basic things in Python, otherwise the visualization and something to master because normally to it, but I'm trying to read it alone.
Oh, okay. So are you using Anaconda or you're using what?
On our lectures, we were using Anaconda Navigator.
Okay. So what we are going to do, right, in this course now, introduction to data mining, we're going to implement the tool. So what probably I might do some of the things in R, and I would expect you guys to do it in Python. Both, you can do it in R and Python yourself. I can do it in R, you can do it in Python and what? In R. So that by the end of this year or this first academic year, you're all versatile with R and Python. Do you want that style?
Yes.
Yes.
Right. So I may give you an assignment that you have to do with Python, or sometimes you do an assignment based on what? On R, right?
Yes.
So that you get the diversity of these softwares, so that you are able to do anything with R and anything with what? Python. So can you scroll down to so let's look at the aim of the course. Okay, the course aims to introduce students to all the pattern discovery, right, cluster analysis, classification, should be able to apply in solving real life problems. So these are the main problems that we face in real life, that we need to discover patterns and to cluster analysis, classification. So I think on classification, there are a lot of things there that you need to learn about. So it's one, you need to be able to interpret the combination of data warehousing and data mining to decision support level of organization. So it's not about doing these things. It's about also interpreting these results, right? The fundamental of this course would be to say, I've got this data. Is this data consistent, or is this data clean enough for me to analyze? That's the first thing. The second thing will be to say, okay, what method can I use to analyze my data that I'm given? All right. And are the graphics that I'm producing, are they good enough for the interpretation? Then you should be able to what? To interpret the results. So one, you need to know whether your data is clean. Two, you need to know the methodology. Three, you need to know the graphics that you are producing. Is it adequate enough for you to do the interpretation of the results? Because what's key for you guys, it's not about producing nice diagrams, right? It's about coming up with decisions that will help the organization. So based on the whatever you would have done on using R and programming or Python programming, right? It doesn't end there. You have to shift that to a layman, somebody who doesn't understand what you are doing, right? So we need to communicate better information. Don't communicate to me because you're not going to communicate to the industry with commands, right? I saw the one of the assignment that I gave you. You spiced up with the commands, but the commands out there, they're not necessary, right? So we need to move away from that situation where we think commands are everything. So we need to evaluate different models used for OL, AP, and data pre-processing. We need to categorize and carefully distinguish or differentiate between situations for applying data mining techniques, frequently patterning, association, correlation, classification, prediction, cluster, which is cluster analysis. And we should be able to design and implement systems for data mining. evaluate the performance of different data mining algorithm, process data mining solutions for different applications. So let's look at the content now of the course. This unit provides a background on data objects and statistical concept. It also discusses the type of data to be mined and present a general classification of data mining tasks. And then data processing. This unit introduces techniques of pre-processing data before mining. Concepts such as cleaning, integration, reduction, transformation, discretization of data are discussed. So you need to know how you mesh the data, how you reduce the data. So it's more of transfer of data cleaning and data manipulation. All right. Then there's what is called the multidimensional data analysis. I hope you know it. You've got correlations. We're going to cover correlations in another course. Then you've got classifications. Let's go on. Classifications. There you deal with decision tree models, neural networks models, right? It will depend on the speed that we have. Probably we may not cover everything because the course is too wide. And then you've got cluster analysis. Have you ever met one of these aspects when you're looking at data mining aspects? The law. Brandon. Brandon.
Not yet. Yes, sir. Good morning. Not yet. I haven't looked at it.
I haven't looked at it. So when you're on internet, what are you looking at? FIFA?
No, sir.
Okay, what do you know about your program?
Well, data science, about data scientists, data science and systems. As in, what is it about, or like what is happening
to know? What are you expected to know?
Okay. I'm expected to be able to, let's say this data somewhere. I should be able to mine it, like to get it from, extract it from somewhere, be it the internet or any place, and then to clean it, manipulate it, and then present it in whether graphical, present it in a way so that I can analyze it and give a decision afterwards.
Perfect. So what tools do you need to know as a data scientist?
As in the tools, like the softwares I'm supposed to use.
No, tools, methodologies.
I think, yeah, the what I'm familiar with, if I understood your question, is I should be able to, data mining, maybe this course, and then more of statistics and mathematics. Did I answer correctly?
Yeah. What you're expected to know, guys, basically is you need to understand data mining. You need to understand machine learning. You have to understand artificial intelligence. What have I left? Yeah, these are the foundation of artificial intelligence, data mining, machine learning, right? Yeah, so that you'll be able to specialize on a particular field, right? So right now, we are giving you methods that you need to know so that you can carry them forward, right? And then this will help you to do your modeling excellent because you've got a better foundation, right? So now, I think we would have to do this. I need to give you a data set. Right, and this first initial point of call when you've got data set. What are you expected to do? What are you expected to cover in terms of your data being consistent? I think last time I didn't give you it. Tinashe Kambanje. Tinashe Kambanje.
Yes, sir.
Are you able now to clean the data?
Yes, sir.
So that means I'll give you data, all right?
Yes.
And then you tell me the procedures that you would have done for you to clean the data, right? So I'll give you the data probably in Excel or whatever format that I will give you. Then you play around with commands that you learn from introduction to data mining. And I was shocked. Even Python, be versatile.
Yeah, it's for now. Python kaya sanda yang so ibate chirundivhara.
Yeah, so I had the mixed feelings of people that some people that are saying R is easy, some that are saying Python is easy. So if you realize that you now know R, right, do that with Python. If you now know Python, do that with R, so that you are balanced. Do you get it?
Yes, I get it.
Yeah. So that by the end of the course, you're saying, these things are balanced. It's about your exposure that you're giving yourself.
Okay, sir.
Because what's key is to know what you want to do. It's not about how you do it.
Okay.
Right. So I think early morning tomorrow, I'll send the data to you guys, and then you do the manipulation, and then we'll discuss that on Thursday to say, okay, given a data set, what should you do? What should you check first? So it should be discussive, right? RSM, who is RSM? I need guys you to discuss during the lecture. It's not a one-man lecture. What we're doing here. All right. So RSM.
Yes, sir.
Who is RSM?
It's Rudo, sir.
Yes. I want the course to be interactive, right? We discuss, not to say you wait and listen from my side. Lecture you because it's not it. Let me talk to somebody else who is I've talked to what? R2055 34Y. Who is that?
Primrose, sir.
Yes, Primrose. You need to participate during the lecture on Wednesday, right?
Yes, sir.
Which software are you versatile with?
Ara.
You're versatile with R.
Yes.
So now you can import data. You can try to run one or two things in R, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So try to also balance with what? With Python.
Okay, sir.
Tawana.
Yes, sir.
Oh, which software are you balanced with?
With R.
So Python is still weak, right?
Yeah, it's still weak.
So let's make sure you do we do the concept both R and Python. So I think it seems people that are weak with Python. Let me ask Christabel. Oh, Christage, sorry, Christage. Pay me. Christage. Talk to us. You're what? Oh, your voice is a little bit low.
Only.
Okay, I'm saying I have problems with Python and I'm working on
Yeah, you having problems with what?
Python.
Oh, with Python.
Yes, yes.
Okay. So now I think it'll be best for most of the things to be done in Python. I can see that. Let me see who else. Omega.
Yes, sir.
Which software is good for you?
Ara.
Okay. So now what happens is your work. I want you guys to be able to. I think let me do it in R and you guys do it in Python. What do you want? Jesse?
Oh, who's you?
Tino it'll break your network. Okay. I think basically what I would do is I'll do Tino, we can't hear you. Tino, I can't hear you.
Is it still breaking?
Oh, can you type on Zoom what you want to say, Tino? Yeah, so expect the data tomorrow morning about data cleaning, so that we have got a clean data that we're going to use throughout the course. Probably we may be interchanging some of the data that you'll be using. I'm still waiting for your chat, Tino. I can't hear you.
Okay, I'm back. I was saying it's good takakwanisa practice all this semester Python, because last time tinachata to practice Python some kona zhinji tiri kutochema nayo, so you can give
Okay,
us
so okay, so now you know what is expected on data cleaning, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, if you know what's expected about data cleaning, right? So I'll give you a data and then try it with Python.
Okay, I can try that.
Mm-hmm. That it's a forced. No one will do it in R. For now.
It's forced.
Yeah, forced in Python.
Data in Python.
No.
Don't need to
I'm trying to make sure that it's all right. Okay, it's okay. Some you can do it with R, some you can do it in Python. Those who know that they are weak in Python, let them do it in R. Those who are weak in whatever, let them do with that particular software.
Okay.
So yeah.
So
let's end Monday. Sorry, it's Thursday. We're meeting on Thursday. So I need people to be sharing their scripts, people will be sharing their scripts on whatever they would have done.
Names were Thursday and it.
Thursday during the lecture time.
Okay, it's fine, sir. Thank you.
So enjoy the rest of the day.
Same to you, sir.
Go on.
Thank you.